Welcome to the From Egypt to Zion show to all of my newcomers. Welcome back to all of my subscribers. Hi, I am coming in to talk to you about what's going on in the Middle Eastern territories, so called. It's looking like it's going to escalate and turn into possibly the Battle of Armageddon. The reason why I say that is because it not only involves Hamas and um, Israel, but now Iran and some of the other nations are getting involved. Russia is said to get involved and help provide weapons to the Palestinians in this situation that's going on over there. And also, America has ties because it's allies to Israel. So we have, the United States getting involved, and this could very well end up on our soil. And at this rate, that has also insulted China, and China, especially with what's going on, and some of the fight over the China territories. Which is the islands off the coast in between California and China. So we really are needing to keep our head on a swivel. Family, we weren't telling you to stock up just, for anything. We want you to stock up and store up in case you're, not able to get out, if there's some lockdowns going on and different things of that nature. It's not for us to be fearful. As I stated before, the Bible did not tell us to be fearful, but told us to watch and pray, and to, keep our mind stayed on Him. It says when we keep our mind stayed on Him, He will keep us in perfect peace. But family, it's very ironic that they are fighting over land that historically doesn't even really belong to them. This land actually belonged to the people of the book, the ancient Israelites that were pushed out of that land, and the nation state of Israel um, was not even established until 1948, I believe. But anyway, um, just be prayerful. Read your book of Revelation. It actually tells you. So when you start reading like the book of Revelations in chapter 13 and 14, it actually tells you what's going to happen um, with our people. Those of us that are true believers in the Most High and truly trust in His word and are living, to keep His commandments, laws, and precepts. Sorry, I have an allergy going on here. So just pay attention. Um, you can watch the news, but don't uh, fall into the propaganda because, as we know, the news is controlled by those people. So it's going to be one-sided, and we just have to know that our help is near. Our heavenly help is near. It's getting close to, to time for us to, to go home. And so prophecy has to take place. And I say this to say that just keep your head on a swivel and pray, but continue to read your word, continue to fast and pray, continue to, grow your own food and different things like this, because we don't know how long this is going to play out. According to prophecy, a lot of this thing is going to take place and may be a span of 3.5 years. So you really want to do your due diligence and understanding the times that we're living in. And again, stocking up on food, growing your own food so you can have your own resources and not have to depend on the government when this whole thing falls, because this government is going to collapse, unfortunately. The American dollar is on its way out. We have the conflict over in the Middle East. We also have, um, the disassociation of many of the African nations with the United States because they have been tired of the treatment that they have been receiving from the United States, or from the West, I should say. So this is really going to turn into something probably of biblical proportion, because it has been prophesied. You got to know that, family. Um, and Just stay prayerful. Stay aware of your surroundings, because as you know, we are living in the United States of America, and there's some of everything, everyone here. We have Palestinians, we have Israelis, we have Chinese, we have Russians, we have Polish, we have all kinds of people from various different nations, Ukrainians, and we have the migrant situation. And you best believe that migrant situation is not just people from, Mexico or South America or different things like that. A lot of those migrants are here from those nations too. So you definitely have to do your due diligence and pay attention to the times that we're living in. I just thought I'd chime in to come in to let you know the times that we're living in, to pay attention, and also what books you may want to read. You may want to read the book of Daniel, the book of Revelations, the book of Jubilees. In those books, prophecy is heavily talked about and discussed. So, you know, definitely start to read those chapters. You know, this system is getting ready to implode, and the Antichrist system, or what we call the New World Order, it's seeming very imminent. So I end this presentation just to kind of show you what I have been doing in my yard. I really do have a lot of things growing here, and I'm very, very happy about that, because that means that um, I have the resources that my family and I need. That's a squash there that I've been, I got quite a few of those growing in here. There's a new one over here growing in here. I got cucumbers of all different varieties. There's one right there. You know, I have my own cabbages and greens and different things like that growing in my yard. And I think that you should start somewhere. I mean, there are things you can still grow in this season, if even though we're turning into fall. You can start doing like greens, because those are cold hardy vegetables. You can do even some lettuces. I have some lettuces growing, like my romaine lettuces. And believe it or not, I even have like little watermelon. Let me see if I can show you that, growing in my yard. You see that there? There's a watermelon. Quite a few of them in here, but you can still grow stuff. You just have to have a way to heat these things and keep them warm. I have lettuces, I have potatoes. See, that's like my romaine lettuce. These are my sweet potato plants. I even have pumpkins. Let me see if I can show you, just some of the various different things to give you ideas of the stuff you can be growing. Herbs like basil, you know. I don't know if you can see that pumpkin up there. Let me get a better shot of it. But I have actually watermelons and pumpkins and cantaloupes and various different things growing in my yard, So, you know, don't be afraid to start somewhere, Um, you may even want to invest in like an aquaponics, system where you can start growing inside, because those are very, very important things to have, especially when things start to collapse. I have celery growing in here. I don't know if you can see that, you know, lemongrass, I even have Swiss chard. Let me show you a little bit of my Swiss chard that I have growing here. You know, get you some containers, get you some buckets. But with all things, just try to prepare yourself. Just try to be prepared. There's my cilantro. I have way more cilantro in my garden, way out there. But it just starts somewhere. This is just to give you a little bit of ideas of the things that you can do. You know, you can actually start growing herbs, fruits, and vegetables. Doesn't have to be outdoors. It can be in containers. It can be inside your house. You know, and this is just showing you just a little bit of things that I've been doing with my yard. I even have mint that I grow for teas. You see, various different mint, and other different types of squash that I, enjoy growing. I don't know if you can see that squash, but yeah, I have all kinds of different things growing in my yard and different types of millet of sorts. There's a melon plant right there, cantaloupe. No, I'm sorry, honeydew melon. Well, family, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I just thought I would just give you some ideas of the things that you can be doing during this time. But it is time to fortify your life. And with all that said, family, peace and shalom, and continue to stay the course and trust in the Most High Yah to know that He is there for His people. He is going to deliver His people. All right? Thank you for tuning in, and shalom.